What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Big Daddy Cosplay, and it is not Comic Book Wednesday, but I do have plenty of comics I want to sit here and talk to you about. And this is for comics from the week of 7/28. That's July 28th, 2021. We're in the year 2021, in case y'all forget. I know it may still seem like it's 2020 with all the shit that's going on, but you know, hey, we are actually in 2021. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, so I am here with comics, and with State Park Marshmallow Man almost fell. That's not good. I have comics to talk to you guys about from July 28th, and we're going to go ahead and get right into them. I do have two videos I'm going to shoot for you guys today, and hopefully get them both out to you today. So that means all 5 of you who watch the videos, can sit here and watch each one of them back to back, because I'm doing it back to back, back to back. I don't know the rest of the words. All right, let's go. It is okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. We're gonna be serious for a second now. Okay. We're gonna start with where is this book? Okay. The Mighty Valkyries, issue number 4. You guys who've been following me, you guys should know, I really do enjoy this book. This book is just, it's equal parts emotional, intriguing, mysterious, and also devastating. And it's got major things that happen in this book. And I would imagine that, some of the things that, happen will also wind up being a pain in the ass for Thor at some point. As there's one issue that's happening right now in the book that is right now a pain in the ass for Thor. And if you can see the cover on the book, he's sitting here actually talking to one of the Valkyries, because one of them has managed to get a hold of his axe. And he's not very happy about that. Right? So again, if you guys are a fan of the Valkyries and Thor, I really do recommend this book, and it's really a lot of fun. So it's the Mighty Valkyries number 4. Go get the book. Again, this is a limited series, so there's only 1 issue left, I believe. Don't quote me on that, because I could very much be wrong. But, because it might be 6. It might be a 6-issue limited series. Anyway, there's at least another issue left. All right. Mighty Valkyries number 4. Get the book. All right. We'll move right along to one of my new favorite books. It is Shang Shi. All right. And he is the story arc is called Shang Shi versus the Marvel Universe. Right. So already we've seen the Master of Kung Fu head up against SpiderMan, seen Captain America, and now he faces everybody's favorite knucklehead, Wolverine. For all of you who are not sure what knucklehead means, if you think about it, if you really think about it, knucklehead, think about it. It makes sense. Trust me. Just trust me. Anyway, Wolverine's in the book, right? I will tell you that there's a reason he shows up, and a lot of it has to do with with Wolverine's status among the X-Men these days. He is there to help mutants. What does this have to do with the Master of Kung Fu? And why does it look like the Master of Kung Fu is getting his ass kicked? It's fighting Wolverine after all. But again, cover doesn't always tell the story, right? So it is Shang-Chi number 3. Again, I'm really enjoying this book, especially with Shang-Chi's status within the Marvel Universe now. And also with a movie coming out next month. I cannot wait. I can't wait. All right. So yes, Shang-Chi number 3 versus Wolverine. All right, go get the book. I'm going to move right along to Robin number 4, right? Damian Wayne has entered into this tournament, and he's fought all manner of people, and there's been a bunch of different people who showed up. We've seen Deathstroke's daughter. In last issue, we saw the return of Connor Hawke. Connor Hawke, for I can speak English. Connor Hawke, for all of those of you who don't know, is the son of Green Arrow, right? And one of the best fighters in the Marvel Universe. And he kicked Robin's ass last issue. We actually thought that that was going to be the end of Robin, but he found himself a savior whom he thought was his father. And it was not Bruce Wayne, it was not Batman. It was his grandfather. Yes, Ra's al Ghul is here. And he is here to toughen up his grandson. That might not be a good thing. Alright? But in any event, it's Robin number 4. It's the return of Ra's al Ghul. Go get the book. So we head along to Teen Titans Academy number 5. And in this book, we see the detectives of the Teen Titans Academy. They have a specific name, and that name escapes me right now. I'm not going to go ahead and get into it, but Red X, in any event, reveals himself. He reveals his identity to them. Now, you kind of get thrown for a loop, and I'm probably telling you too much because, like, you're left with the with the thought process that Red X reveals himself to us. He does not. But there's a game that Red X is playing, right? And the dominoes are going to continue to fall here, right? As he continues to kind of go ahead and stack the board in his favor. Very intriguing issue of Teen Titans Academy. If you guys remember reading the Teen Titans Academy future state stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, we do know that there's a potential end game for what's happening. You kind of get to see how this is going that way. All right. So again, Teen Titans Academy number 5. I just said that. You need to go ahead and check this book. All right. That's it. Moving on. So it's Eternals number 6, right? So this is a book that I've been enjoying, and I'll be the first one to sit here and tell you it does have a lot of slow points, but this is a very major issue, I think, as far as like the origins and the mystery surrounding the Eternals, right? There is something that I could sit here and tell you, but if you want to know exactly, like, why the Eternals are the way they are, you really need to read this book, right? And we find out more about what happens, or what has been happening with Thanos in the background. Because he's another problem they're gonna have to deal with. But another mystery is revealed in this very intriguing series so far. So it is Eternals number 6, right? Again, if you're enjoying this book like I have been, another pivotal issue, you need a good book. All right, Eternals number 6. All right, we're gonna go rapid fire real quick. So it's Static season 1 number 2, right? If you guys remember, like, what happened to Static in issue number 1, here's the payback, right? There's more I want to say, but I'm just needless to say, Static versus the fire-based villain, and Static is angry. Somebody's gonna pay. Go get the book. Plus, you should just be reading that book anyway. Milestone Comics are back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Get the book. Stop fucking around. All right. And I say that because I'm moving on into the return. Milestone Comics. It's Icon and Rocket, issue number 1. All right. The Black Superman is back, baby. Here in full effect. Icon and Rocket. Go get the book. I don't even want to sit here and tell you no more about it. It starts with a really, really nice opening. All right. Icon meets Rocket. Back together again for the first time. Go get the book. Does that make sense? You understood that, right? Okay. another number one, and really a very, very emotional read. It is Superman, Son of Kal-El. Shout out to Tom Taylor for a really amazing read here. Truth, justice, and a better world. Right? It's the son of Superman, being Superman in his own way. I really think you guys are going to really, if you are a fan of Superman, I really think you guys are going to enjoy this book. So definitely highly recommend. All right, go get the book. All right. We go to Infinite Frontier, number 3, right? A lot of intrigue and a lot of different things happening in this book. Like, there was a bang at the end of last issue, and now in this issue, we get some more intrigue with the new Black Lantern, aka Arsenal / Red Arrow, and the return of a classic DC super team. Right? I'm not going to tell you who. You got to go read the book. Although, being as though this video is about 2 weeks late now, you probably know who it is. But maybe you didn't read it yet. You should read it. All right. Some of y'all probably sitting here looking at the screen like, I read it, Big Daddy. I know who it is. You know what I'm saying? Good for you. Anyway, get the book. All right. The best Black Widow comic to date, right? And a lot of Black Widow books that have been out over the years that have been pretty good to just okay. This is an absolutely fire book, and it's been that way since the book came out almost a year ago. So we are at issue number 9. The story arc is called I Am the Black Widow, and the Black Widow has herself, Elena Belova, and much to my surprise, as I said before, I was very happy to see Anya Corazon, aka Spider-Girl, return in this book to be an agent / ally to Natasha Romanoff as they fight the forces of Nico and Apogee. Right? I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but that's how it's spelled. Apogee. Read the book. Anyway, so it's I Am the Black Widow. That's the story arc. The book is Black Widow number 9. Go get the book. The Bride of Doom, Part 3. The end chapter of The Bride of Doom. Give you some background and find out where we're at with this, right? Dr. Doom has chosen a bride. There's just one problem with that. The bride he has chosen, for those of you who've been reading this book since Dan Slott came on, her name is Victorious, right? She is the herald of Dr. Doom, right? And he has chosen her as his bride. However, Victorious and the Human Torch had a thing. They had a one-night stand, right? And it was just after that Doom had made a decision. He didn't know about the one-night stand, obviously, but he had made the decision that, Victorious, I choose you to be the bride of Doom. This is a great honor for you. What do you say? And obviously she accepted. However, they got to the wedding, in which Doom had invited the Fantastic Four and the Black Panther and Namor the Submariner, people who he has famously not gotten along with. And if you guys have been reading like any comics over the last few years, Namor and T'Challa don't get along at all, right? And Namor is actually full on super villain these days, honestly. Anyway, so they're all at the wedding, right? In the last issue, we discovered that Victorious, overcome with guilt about the situation, she revealed to everyone at the wedding that she slept with the Human Torch. Victor was not pleased, right? Which brings us to this issue now. you do not humiliate Victor Von Doom and don't think that he has something planned for you. He did not invite everybody here to his wedding and not have like, something planned just in case things got hinky. He's Dr. Doom, right? And the end chapter of this story arc has devastating consequences for one Johnny Storm. All I'm going to sit here and say is this. You should probably not sleep with somebody that Victor Von Doom has decided to choose for his wife. He don't like that. Right? There's more I want to say. There's a whole lot more I want to say. But I need to kind of, bring this to a close now because I really just think that you guys should just go read the book, right? First off, just because Fantastic Four is great, right? Dan Slott has been doing amazing work on the book, but like this particular story arc, all right. So yeah, Fantastic Four number 34. It's the Bride of Doom, part 3. It's the end chapter of the book. Go get the book. We move on. It's Beta Ray Bill number 5. This brings the end to the Beta Ray Bill story arc and him trying to return himself to a sense of normalcy and also trying to regain a weapon. There's a whole lot I want to sit here and say, but I won't because I really think that you guys need to read the book to develop full understanding of what happened in this amazing final chapter of this book. All right. So again, Beta Ray Bill number 5. We'll read the book. Again, an ending in the beginning. It's Black Knight, the Curse of the Ebony Blade number 5. Right. Again, a lot of things I want to sit here and tell you, and a lot of things I won't tell you because it's the ending chapter, and as we say, the end is the beginning. All right. Go get the book. All right. I really thoroughly enjoyed this, and I hope you guys did too. It's the end of this limited series, so we'll see where Dane Whitman goes to next, where we see the Black Knight next after this series. Hopefully we see a lot more. All right, go get the book. All right. Sword, number 7, right? So a couple things, right? For those of you who, and again, I know I'm kind of in a minority on this situation. Last year, there was the Empire story, right, which was basically the uniting of the Kree and Skrull empires under the aegis of Hopeling, of King Hopeling, right? At the end of that story arc, there was a kind of all right. So let me get off on a tangent for a second. You know how kind of like after you watch a Marvel movie, like you got to go see, wait for the end credits, right? So after when the end credits comes, there's an end credit scene, right? So there was an end credit scene at the end of Empire. That end credit scene directly comes to play right here in this book, right? So for those of you who did like Empire, this is a pivotal book. It's also a pivotal book in the larger story arc of The Last Annihilation, right? And also, a couple things. Dr. Doom and Storm having dinner with Dr. Doom. It does not go however you might think it might go, right? Or it might go exactly how you may think it might go. That depends on your point of view, all right? It's Sword number 7. It's a Last Annihilation tie-in. You want this book. Go get it. All right. We're getting towards the end here. So we have the United States of Captain America, issue number 2. It is the story of all the Captain Americas. So we got Steve, anyway, right now we got Steve and Sam, right? Trying to recover Cap's shield because Cap was attacked by a fake Captain America and had his shield stolen. And that person is running around the country dressed as Captain America with his shield, trying to damage the name of Captain America. But as we go around the country, What Sam and Steve are finding is that there are other people who have taken on the name of Captain America, and there's a network, right, of people who are basically neighborhood Captain Americas. And here we have this one, the Captain America of Harrisburg, right, that they meet. Really, really great issue. And I do hope that once this limited series is over, that Christopher Cantwell, who was also the writer of the Doctor Doom book, and also the current writer of Iron Man, I do hope that he winds up doing a Captain America series, because I'm really impressed with the job he's done so far. In any event, it's the United States of Captain America issue number 2. Again, you want the book, go get the book. Moving on. All right. Daredevil number 32. Right. So as you guys know, Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, is in prison as Daredevil. Right. But Hell's Kitchen still needs a protector. Elektra is Daredevil. She's taken on the guise of Daredevil. She's protecting Hell's Kitchen. In the background, Bullseye has been let loose, or he's escaped. Depends on your point of view. Right? And he's been on a murder spree. Right? But the mystery of it is how has Bullseye been killing so many people in the way he's been doing so quickly, and not being caught. Because Elektra's been on his ass. She hasn't caught him until now. And then we find out how he's able to do what he's done. Much to Elektra's chagrin. Right? I don't like where this is going. Right? You guys may remember Bullseye famously killed Elektra, and it's looking like he may do that shit again. Right? Daredevil number 32. Go get the book. The story is called Lockdown. You're going to see why. Go get it. Amazing Spider-Man number 71. It is a Sinister War tie-in. Right? Kindred, as you see, looms large over everything. Right? And we get some very interesting, I don't want to say background, but some very interesting story with Mysterio. And what is going on with Mysterio and Mary Jane? Right? And how does Kindred fit into all of this? I will tell you this, Kindred looms large over this whole story, right? But this is a very, very good issue, as Amazing Spider-Man has typically been since Nick Spencer's taken over. But again, it's another great book. You want this, Amazing Spider-Man number 71. And we're going to move on to the last book of this week, which I was thoroughly impressed. First off, let me give a shout out to John Ridley. This is another great issue of the Other History of the Marvel Universe. And in this book, we see the exploits of one Anissa Pierce, right, aka Thunder. Right? It was just really awesome to sit here and read this book and read it, because the story comes obviously from her point of view. And reading all of this, everything that she's experienced in her superhero career, through her eyes, you know what I'm saying, and through her narration, right? It's just amazing, right? And that's why I always sit here and tell you guys, if you guys aren't reading this series, this amazing series done by John Ridley and the other people who've been involved, you are just really missing out on something. I think it's just an absolute wonder to read every month that it comes out. So I'm going to read some words from Anissa Pierce, as I am pretty much want to do whenever this book comes out, because the dialogue is just great. So these are the words of Anissa Pierce. I don't know if there's any way to describe what it's like to grow up as the child of a superhero. I don't think it's like growing up with a parent who's merely famous, a movie star or music icon. When your parent is a superhero, you can't tell anybody. You can't share your situation with anyone outside your family. When people praised Dad as a savior, we had to wear our pride quietly. When the media claimed he was nothing but a thug, our outrage was private. And when we went days without a ring from him, while he fought the 100 or to buy as well, We worried in silence and waited for his return. For those of you who are not remembering, and this Pierce is the daughter of one Black Lightning. So there's a reason for all of that. But again, it's another great issue of the history of the DC universe. So I guess that's what we got to really check in this book. It's awesome. And that's it. Right? Those are the books for July 28th, 2021. I hope you guys have checked any of them out. And you know the deal. As always, there's more than just that stuff that I've shown you. Myriad of comics out there for anybody to enjoy. So as always, get to your local comic shop, get your books, support your local comic shop. That's it. I got another video to do. So I'm going to sit here and say bye for now. And I'll see you again soon. It's your boy, Daddy Cosplay. I am out.